MSR Cable TV, simply the best.
Parliamentary elections will be taking place on August 29, 2014, and it's fast approaching, and the political parties and the 6 political parties which is contending the elections have already started to erect their elections paraphernalia and billboards on both sides of the island, although the parliamentary election is being held on the Dutch side. MSR News crew took to the streets, and this is what the people had to say concerning the upcoming parliamentary elections. Billboards that's being put up in the road.
They could have spent that money on the road.
Yeah, and you think it's influencing the way the people would vote with all these signs all over?
They could have spent that money on the road.
Thank you, sir.
Well, in my opinion, those billboards should have been, instead of putting out the billboards, they should have them as combined computers and books for the children to go to school. That's all I have to say.
Thank you so much. Hi, Addie, how you doing? We are here getting public's opinion. What do you think about all these billboards that are being on the road? Do you think it's influencing the people's opinion, or do you think it's needed?
No, it's too much. It's too much. It's way over the bound. I mean, it's election. Yeah, if everybody don't know, what the election is all about. But with all of these, it's way too much. Yes.
Thank you, Addie.
All right.
I think it's horrible.
It's horrible.
Yeah, it's really horrible. Especially, people are driving, they don't want any distraction.
And you find it's a lot of distraction.
Yeah, it is a lot of distraction. I'm not from here, I'm a tourist. And it is a lot of distraction.
Thank you so much.
Okay, you're welcome.
Well, I don't have no problem with them on the Dutch side, but I have a problem with them on the French side actually, because it's the Dutch politics. They should stay on the Dutch side, not on the French side.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
What do you think about all this glamour, the billboards, and the back and forth? What's your opinion on that?
Well, I am seeing that they have invested a lump sum of money to, publicize election in terms of the billboards and the flyers. And I'm grieved. Why I'm grieved? Because we see where education, the emphasis has not been placed on education. I'm someone that encourages education, and I'm hoping that the monies that have been spent to prepare all of this propaganda for election, that they would have invested some of that money into education.
And one more question, Brenda. I don't know if it's been happening before, but this election we see that the billboards now, the election have been gone to the French side, all this is Dutch election. What is your take on that?
They say that we are one. So I think this is a way of saying that we are one. And this is something I want to inject also, that, I would hear of interviews that will be on different radio stations, and they would say, yes, we are one, we should come together. But what we must understand, and we must come to realization, that we are 2 different countries. Even though it's St. Martin, we are 2 because the governments are 2. Because what we would, be benefiting on the French side, we can't benefit on the Dutch side. Vice versa, what would be beneficial for persons over on the Dutch side, they are not benefiting on the French side. So we are separated. And until that happens, as it stands, we are separated, and with the billboards being on the French side, they are in private yards, so we can't, say anything. But when elections is on the French side, we don't see the billboards on the Dutch side. So, we need clarifications here. Like I said, it's on private property, so give them the right to place them there. But there must be, transparency in terms of that, what is acceptable from what's not acceptable. Campaign, because we know it could get nasty. Very nasty, but we want everybody to have a clear head, and the person that you think will work for you, because this is something I want to inject. We have seen where a lot of political parties have arisen, and we hope that their motives are for the interests of the citizen of St. Martin. We know, the salary that each one comes out with is very big, and I'm not afraid to say that most are interested in that salary. This is why we are seeing so many political parties rising. So my word to them as a citizen, I am a Dutch citizen, I can vote, and I am hoping that your motives are for the people of St. Martin.
Good.
Well, we know election is fast approaching, and we know your nephew is one of the biggest parties here now. What is your feel on election and all the billboards and all the back and forth that's going on?
I feel very good about the election in terms of UP being victorious. I think we're gonna have a massive showing. People are ready for one party to govern. People are ready for. They don't want coalitions anymore because at least then decisions can be taken and projects can move on. We all know Theo is ambitious when it comes to projects. His latest is the hospital. We know he's going to pull that off because when he says he's going to do something, it gets done. He has a great team of some very good people on his list this time. So. I feel great. I think the billboards now, that's just part of our political culture. We have a great political culture in St. Martin. There's never any animosity between people or between parties. We respect each other's property that are put up. Maybe there are one or two incidents, but that can be controlled. But overall, I feel great. It's going to be a great victory for UP. A great victory for Theo, so a great victory for the island.
And Norman, one of the tricky questions, your father was the founder of the DP party, and now there is a little breakaway and now there's an UP party. You think that's going to have any kind of friction there, seeing that your father was the founder of the DP party?
Not at all. 4 years ago, the UP party was formed on my father's birthday, July 24th. 6 weeks after that was the election, and we won 6 seats. So we always said 6 weeks, 6 seats. Imagine if we got a lot more time. And this time we've got 4 years behind our backs. The DP, I think, has lost its direction in what my father wanted it for. You can see the whole makeup of the list. There's some controversy as to looking out for the real St. Martiner, and I think the DP is on its way out. We're on the way up, as always, and we're going to show Alliance what a real government without a coalition is all about.
And how many seats are you planning to take, Norman?
I'm realistic. I say at least 8, and with luck 9.
We're here at Perfume Princess, one of the stores in town. Lately, there's been a lot of robberies happening. Can you tell me how you all feel as clerks here in the store in Phillipsburg?
Actually, we are very afraid because we are even afraid to even keep the door open. As soon as it's reached like 6 o'clock, we try to, before 6 o'clock, we lock the doors. But It's very, very bad.
And this store have any personal security measures inside it? Do you have cameras or
We
stuff?
have cameras. We have the VR thing by ADT. So
Okay. And you think there's anything the police can do to beef up security? What do you think can be done in your opinion?
I think the police there should be a presence of police on the road, like keep patrolling. Then maybe if they see the police patrolling, they're gonna not be so out.
Oh, okay. And as people comes into the store, sometimes you don't even know. How do you feel? How is your reaction? Because you don't know what their intention.
Like
How is your
this morning,
reaction?
for instance, there was 3 young people here. They just keep walking around. The boy is like going to them to help. They said no, they don't need help. So it's like
That got you kinda scared.
we got scared.
Okay.
But maybe they're just people looking also, but we don't know what to expect.
Okay.
We're not really scared. I mean, we're being aware.
Okay.
We try to be aware of the surroundings and the people and provide the safety. I mean, we put up a lot of our surveillance to see around. Robbery has gone up. We know that.
Yes.
It's all over. So we're aware of it.
Do you think
It's
the
sad.
police can do anything
But
more?
the police they're doing their best
Uh-huh.
with what they have to work with, I guess. And I've seen what they have done. It's impressive
Okay.
from what they have done before. See, they're doing much more.
So does it put you in a situation when somebody comes in now, you have to look at them more carefully and
Yes,
stuff?
yes,
Does
and that's all over.
That's
It's not primarily in the supermarket, it's all over. You know,
Okay.
the economy is, we know the economy is hard and
Yeah.
there's a lot more crime that's going on, so you got to be aware. You have to be aware.
And the night hours, do you lessen your hours now or you close the same time?
No, we
or
close the
extra
same
security?
time. We close the same time, but we put more attention
Oh,
at night.
okay.
You know, at the night. So we're very, very vigilant on what's going on.
On camera
We are
also?
safe here, like we have camera systems, we are safe in that.
Okay.
What can I say? It's tragic.
It's true.
Yeah, it's a madness reached to that extent that we have all these robberies and stuff.
And blatant daylight robbery.
Yeah. I just probably think we need to be. I mean, the police are doing their best for what they have, but I guess we need to seek other measures to be able to improve this situation on St. Martin. You know, it's affecting our tourism. You know, so I really don't have no solutions.
I know. Do you think
You
the
know,
police officers are doing their best?
I think they're doing their best with what they have.
What they have.
You know, with our police officers, they're getting new vehicles, they're getting all the kind of things. But maybe we need to seek other measures, other resources elsewhere. They thought about bringing the Dutch police, but I don't know if that is proof effective for them. But anyway, I don't have much to comment on it. I just think it's a tragic thing for St. Martin.
Front and back street, and you have heard, you are government, you're a civil servant, you heard about the robberies later. Can you tell me your opinion on these high-day robberies that's taking place?
I believe that most people say that the robbery is being caused by the youth, and I think because they think so, they should implement schools, or we have schools, but things that are in particular for the generation that is doing these robberies to help them get into something positive. I believe if they find something that they are passionate about, they will leave our stores and our banks alone.
And you think that's a fault of government also to have certain things?
I believe that we need to we need to use the money that we get for education to use more in education, because there's not much that children can do here.
And that's your opinion?
That's my opinion, yes.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
No, well, all the robbery that's going on here, you know, young fellas say they can't get work, and why they stay home in the daytime and sleep when the police looking for them, and in the night they come out and police hunting innocent people. You understand?
So
and that's why I tell the police, cause my own son-in-law tell me he gonna put a shot in my face because I come to get my grandkids. Cause he locked them in a house and on the beach with my daughter and locked 3 young little kids in the house. And I went to take care of them and give them. So he got me, but he time coming.
Well, they gotta create more jobs for the young youths. Yeah.
I think that would solve most of the problem. Because most of the young fellas, they ain't working, so yeah.
And you're a young guy, okay, you're not employed by the bank or anything, but I see you're doing this. So you think they can venture into something even if they're not employed by a company?
Yeah, they could find something to do here because this is my whole other thing I do in here.
And how is this benefiting you so far?
Good.
It's going good.
I ain't gotta go rob nobody.
And how long are you doing this?
Maybe 2 years now.
And this is your station here or you move around?
No, this is my station
right
here.
here.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
You see what happened to we youth them. Cause that's even what I tell my son. You see what happened here? A guy just picked me and he asked me for $1. I said, you're a young fella, I know the whole of your family. Why you don't go, and all the government ain't giving job, but why you begging $1? You know what he said? Work don't make for him.
Oh.
So I said, when they steal, he said, no, he beg every day. And when the end of the day, when he check up, he got like $50, $40. I said, I'm going to start to do that, beg. Yeah, they don't want to work, man. Yeah, that's the mentality as it today. And it's not St. Martin people alone. It's all the foreigners. But some of them just use the tone like a Jamaican, they use the tone like a Spanish, they use the tone, but they're from right here.
Right here.
Okay, take it easy.
Well, I feel pretty safe as a Kingdom citizen, but we have no problem on Front Street. There's basically crimes all over, but St. Martin is pretty safe, I believe. I still believe St. Martin is pretty safe.
Here we're here with Brenda, a local entrepreneur and businesswoman. Brenda, you know, lately we've been having a lot of daring robberies here, and you're a businesswoman right here on the Front Street. Can you tell us your view, what you think can be done, and how you feel with this situation?
Well, in my belief, I think we should have more of patrols more visible on Front Street. We wait until something happens, and then you see them on a daily basis. But then they should be constantly, you know, patrolling the streets. And I think with them being visible would avoid such events happening.
And what measures have you taken to beef up your security?
Well, in terms of measurements, I have instructed my girls that in the event that such happens, somebody comes in, you know, don't resist, you know, give up. I encourage the business owners to take inside precautions, and you know, we won't view it over because then we give the robbers ideas. But each business owner should take precaution, you know, within their company, and any employees that that are in there at that time, that they don't resist. Give up, you know, whatever you have there, give up, because your life is more important than the on-hand cash that's there.
Our local entrepreneur and businesswoman. I'm talking about, you know, politics is approaching. Yes, we're here in Phillipsburg in the jewelry store. We are speaking to one of the owners. We know not too far from you, a couple of weeks ago, there was a robbery. How is your feeling now that you have all this here?
We are all scared. We are all scared, and we want a safety. Everybody need a safety here, you know. We are all watching it, but we can't do nothing on it.
Have you done anything to beef up your security here at this store?
It's happened with me also last time, 4 years back.
It did.
The same thing in the daytime robbery in my store. But we can just secure our store and we pay the insurance. That's it.
Yeah. And seeing that you went through that situation, what effect did that have on you and your workers?
Of course, we are all scared. Whenever it's happened, we're scared.
Yeah. And what are you doing here? What other measures have you taken?
So we try to, we cannot do nothing much, but we try to be open a little late and close early. Sometimes we don't finish our work and we just go home because we don't want to take a risk.
Okay.
Yeah, because nobody doing nothing.
Do you think the police is doing enough, or you need extra help?
I feel like they are a little active this time, but before that I never see the police are success for anything, you know. This is the first time we are seeing it, like people are really prompt on that. The police, they are very prompt. Within 2 minutes I think they are here, you know.
As business owners here on the Front Street, do you all collaborate together and speak together to strategize on what to do?
We have Indian Merchant Association here, and we always have meetings there. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
There you had it from one of the store owners here on Front Street, talking about the situation on the robbery. This is Abigail reporting for MSR 15 Minutes News. We know there was a set of robberies here in the Phillipsburg area and on the island of St. Martin for the past weeks, June and July. There were some daring robberies. We had first the Nova Scotia Bank robbed early morning, then the First Caribbean Bank, and a few weeks after, there was a robbery at Dazzly Jewelry. So MSR TV6 came to the streets to speak to some of the store owners, entrepreneurs, and the clerks to get their views on the situation of the robbery. And this is what they had to say concerning the situation and the security.